Jennies volleyball almost underway here. Head coach Flip Piontek. You've had about a week of practice, kind of see your team how the performance so far this year. Just give some of your thoughts on what you've seen so far.
Okay. You know, at this time of the year, I really think that most coaches, they're always very happy with the majority of their team. There's always a few pleasant surprises in that there's a couple kids that came in that did a really, really good job over the summer. And there's always a couple players on the other end of the spectrum who you're a little bit disappointed with. And because of the disappointment factor, sometimes that is the overwhelming part of and then you're so distressed that you can't get things done properly, and where you saw those kids projecting now has to be changed.
Right.
But if the kids come in, and like I said, I had more kids come in better prepared than kids that didn't come in quite as prepared, so that's a good thing. So basically for us, the conditioning and the quantity of work that we're doing now is a lot for most of the players coming in, and they're sort of getting settled in now. They're still sore, but they're not really aching and deadly tired. So they're working through the stiffness and the soreness, and they're getting into the regular swing of things. And now for us, getting into the afternoon practice sessions and the repetitiveness is, I think, what we're going to work on for the rest of this week. So
your team brings back a couple of All-Americans in Brady Pinnison and Julia Bates. Brady, one of the three seniors on this team. Talk a little bit, I guess, those two in particular, how they've looked early on, and Brady, how she's kind of filled into that senior leadership role.
For me, you know, you have a tendency to think about the people that you lost.
Right.
And for me, it's more like the players that are returning and what we can build around them, what we can add to those pieces that we have returning. So for us, yes, Brady and Julia are the two returning All-Americans, but we had a good base of people around them that we could build on, and then the incoming freshmen and the players that were transfers in, I think they'll help us build that. The quantity of volleyball players, I think, is very good. It's the teamwork. You know, when you have four seniors, they kind of mesh. They've been together a long time. So for us, deciding what kind of team they're going to be. There's plenty good. There's a lot of good volleyball players out there, but determining how good of a team it's the hard part for them right now. Right. And that's what the coaches, as a staff, we're kind of forcing the issue with them, making it a little harder than they normally would be. But I want to see the character of this team and how it develops, because, you know, like I said, the tendency is to think about the past, but we really, really want to think about the future. And for us, the future is a week from Friday.
Right.
You know, we play University of Indianapolis, which is a top 15 program. And then that Friday night, we played West Florida at West Florida.
Yeah.
Saturday morning, we played Tampa. So that's the number 2 team in the country. So for us, if they don't have some character by next weekend, they'll determine really quickly, you know, how they're going to approach situations like that, because the first 2 weekends of the schedule are very difficult, and they're done with a purpose. I mean, I want this team to understand where I think the team should be, what our goals should be, and to be able to attain those goals, we have to be able to compete with teams of the caliber that we're going to be facing right out of the gate. So,
talk about, I guess, you've got the 6 newcomers coming into this roster as well. Anybody that Jennies fans should keep an eye on that might have some impact early on?
Impact early on. In the group of players that I was pleasantly surprised with, really, all the incoming freshmen did a terrific job preparing themselves to come to camp. And that put them physically ahead of some of the returning players. So if I had to pick players just like today who I think have helped themselves in trying to earn a role, I would pick first Annie Riley. She's an outside hitter, defensive specialist from Lenexa. She did a great job over the summer, came in very prepared, and she's kind of getting a good start on the libero position. I'm pretty confident in her. Carly Soika, she's a little outside hitter from Blue Spring South, has some ball control. I think she's done a terrific job, and she's on the starting side a lot right now in terms of her preparing to take over some of the responsibilities. She can't be Allie Huffman, but she's going to have a good chance to be a player like her who's going to be on the court a lot and will have a significant impact on the team. Haley Thompson, my freshman from Nixa, came in really tremendously fit. She had a knee injury, an ACL, a reconstruction, last November, so she's not even a year out. And her performance in our jump testing, she was the highest jumper on the team. So her recovery from her knee surgery is well ahead of schedule, and I'm very impressed with her. Mackenzie Harding from Andover Central. I mean, she came in tremendously fit as a freshman, and so she's put herself in a position where I'm trying to decide what I can do with her. And then the other transfer that I'm very happy with is Aubrey Renshaw from Washburn. Her volleyball skills and her volleyball knowledge is very far ahead of some of the other players, and so that's going to help her down the road. So in reality, the players that have come in, I'm very happy with them. They're giving me lots of options. For 4 years as a head coach now, 3 of those 4 years, I had pretty much a core of 4 players every year. Right. And then we were adding 1 or 2. This year, I got a core of 2, and we're adding 4 players around that one. So the problems that I'm having are good problems in terms of trying to decide which one of these players will fit on the court best. And, I talked about the chemistry and stuff like that, the kind of character the team's going to have. In reality, these players, it's not just the skills that they have, it's how the team fits together and what works best chemistry-wise for the team. So some of these players, I don't know exactly if they understand that importance, the significance of that in terms of how the team's going to fit together. Right. Yes, I want somebody to hit it hard, but I also want somebody that makes their teammates better and helps the team. So,
right.
Okay?
All right. Jennies ranked 5th in the preseason this year. August 31st, season opener, like you said, at West Florida. Coach, thanks.
Thank you very much, Greg.